Hey guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 10, Episode 12, Peaches Be Trippin'. Now, the episode, it starts off where we're still at Candy's party, and Candy, everyone's outside at this point, even Mama Joyce, except for Candy, and I think Kim wasn't outside as of yet, but Portia goes and tells Cynthia that, so I didn't hear, well, yeah, I did hear that your boyfriend was out there doing some stuff, while being in a whole nother relationship. But that's not the main thing. That's not the main thing. Because the time frames, that it could actually be fine. What I'm more concerned about is someone that I know told me that he said that, being with her was a good opportunity or something like that. And I'm thinking, well, when you say it like that, that's how a lot of people feel that way. And just in general, like, yeah, that's a good look, or yeah, she's a real one, or that's why I'm like, some of these words and these timelines, people may just be blowing this up. Now, do I think that Will has been as truthful as Cynthia wanted? No, of course not. I'm sure there's some overlap here. There's some mixed words there. And so there's definitely reason for her to kind of side-eye. But I don't think that it's ever been as bad as it's looking. I know some people really want to believe that. As of now, I don't. But I do believe that some timelines are off and that he hasn't been as truthful as Cynthia needs, which is what really matters. Mama Joyce goes and gives Portia a hug, and it just threw me. I'm like, what's going on here? But it was a deceptive hug because she was like, I need to talk to you soon. I said, uh-oh, Portia, get security. Get security. Anyway, now everyone's finally outside, and Cynthia is visibly upset. The party's pretty much over, so she's just kind of, Will's like, wait, you good? And I'm thinking, of course she's not good, but she's going to say that she's good. So once they get in the car, and on their way, presumably, to her house, she just wants to know, so, with the whole girlfriend thing, and she even put it out there, like, she understands that he was probably dating someone else as well, and that the time frames are kind of off. So she's not even upset at him really with that. What she's more so concerned about is everyone's been saying that don't be surprised if there's some type of scandal where he's really using you, or that he's just, it's a good come up, a good look. And when she asks, wait, are you just with me? Or are you primarily just with me because you see it as an opportunity, as a good look? And I'm thinking, I would flip that. I would have been like, yeah, it is a good opportunity. Why wouldn't I want to be with you? That in itself is an opportunity. Yeah, I said that to someone. I will just went bull, because he went around and swerved. I said, that's not what you do when you're trying to go and defend yourself. You don't go and swerve. You don't go and swerve. You go straight ahead. Like, I said what I said. This is what I meant by it. Now, if you want to believe me or not, that's a whole nother thing. So then, the next day we get to, again, really weird. Portia, she goes and meets up with Mama Joyce, and they show how Mama Joyce can be on one. The time when she said something about Carmen, when the voicemail from Carmen, I mean, that was a moment. When she told Phaedra, well, I heard that old dude wanted to blow you the F up. Some really good times. And Mama Joyce just wanted to know, did you really think my daughter would do something like that to you? And Portia said, Portia flipped it. I don't like how she flipped it. Maybe she flipped it because she couldn't just say no. But if I was Portia, you have to teach people. I will have said this. No, I didn't believe that, and she did essentially say no, but her reasoning, she said that first before she essentially said no. She said, my other friend at the time, Phaedra, told me that our mutual friend said this about me, about the drugging, taking back. No, did I actually think Candy would put something in my drink, have me vulnerable out here in these streets? No, I did not think your daughter would go and do that. But just be clear. Just be very clear. I only took it even remotely seriously because my friend, who is a lawyer, who I've asked multiple times, especially when conflicts would happen, did she really say this? Are you sure? Are you sure? And she would reassure me that yes, she did really say it. I don't know why she's lying to you right now. That's the only reason why I said, okay, it's weird though. Why would she not just say, yeah, I said it as a joke, or, you know, said to be weird. She just had a weird moment. But and so Mama Joyce actually, she was like, essentially like, Portia, you gotta be smarter than that. But it was weird because Mama Joyce then flipped it and talked about how, you know what, I respect you because you're a writer. I said, what? I respect you because you're a writer. You're someone who, you know, you wrote for your friend who said that, yeah, your other friend said this. And so even if you're like, that's weird, you still roll with them. And I respect that. I think it, what? Mama Joyce, what? 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 We're going to have to move on from that. Mama Joyce said, don't be fooled. Candy, she's trying to put on a tough act, but she'll come around. I'm thinking, Candy doesn't have to come around. I don't care if she comes around or not. That's not what we're here for. If Candy's open to being around Portia, then we just respect some kumbaya, some general kumbaya. And that's it. I feel like that's the most we can ask. That's the most that we deserve. And let's move forward. That whole thing was weird. Sidebar, I love that little, I guess, mini commercial that they did for Black Panther where it was Giselle and Melissa from, Giselle from Potomac and Melissa from New Jersey, the Real Housewives franchises. I thought that was cute. I like when they do that. But Cynthia, she met up with Nene because Cynthia just wanted to have a conversation. Because remember, Nene was the one that brought the information with Eva coming into the show and starting it all off with that. And so Cynthia was just like, your friend, when it was a little messy at our other friend's event, a very interesting way of introducing, okay, I see you, I see you. But News was like, no, it wasn't like that. But how do you feel about old dude? And Cynthia was just like, look, I'm just going to have to go do me. Keep a lookout. We're just going to move a little bit slower and keep it pushing. But the other issue is that, you know, Nene loves her some Peter. And so Nene is trying to compare Will and Peter. You can't. They're two very different people. Two very different people. And Nene likes Peter more for Cynthia, or more someone Peter like. And I'm thinking, well, that didn't work. Even though it was, they had a good run, that didn't work. So no, we're just gonna have to move on. We're all just gonna have to move on. That's what's gonna have to happen. The other thing is, Cynthia just wants to get away. Like I said, do her a little bit more and do her in Spain. Yes, she wants to go to Europe. Yes, she wants to bring the other girls with her, the ladies with her. Well, the interesting thing is she wants to do it on a budget. So I said, wait, is Bravo not paying for this? Is this an unsanctioned trip on a budget? Groupons? No, we respect a Groupon over here. That's no problem. But I'm just thinking, why would you even put it out there? And you want Nene to help you. What does Nene know about doing stuff on a small budget? Now. Before, yeah, but now. Talking about now. But we'll see what happens. Kenya invites her friend. What's her name? Her friend's name is Shay. Her friend kind of reminds me of Michelle A. Like a taller Michelle A in the face. That's not a bad thing. Kenya thinks that she's pregnant. No. Kenya's unsure she's pregnant because she's 6 weeks late. So I said, wow. But Kenya acknowledges that she is older. And so I think Kenya said that she's 46. And she heard some disparaging news a couple of years ago about not being able to get pregnant or possibly not being able to get pregnant. So this would be a huge shocker, but a blessing if she is. They take the test and it's inconclusive, the urine test. So her doctor on the phone said, can Kenya get anyone that's really important and isn't on the main cast to show up in person? Aside from her friend. So they have to do a blood test. And Kenya's just hoping for the best. You know, Kenya would love to start a family. And if she could just do it the natural way, perfect. Portia, she is doing a vegan dinner. And so she invited all the ladies. Kenya isn't going to be there. But almost everyone else is going to be there. Now we see that Cynthia met up with Peter. And Cynthia kind of goes over the fact that, well, Peter just had that look of something's on your mind. So you can tell me. And that's when he learns that, well, everyone, they don't like old dude. They don't like what's his face, Will. And Peter just has a look of, dang, we really have to talk about another, whatever. But Peter talks about he didn't want to see Will. He didn't want to see Cynthia with Will. He's not interested in meeting anyone else that she's dating. He thinks that it's weird. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. And it's weird because we're all looking at the situation like, Cynthia, come here, come here, come here. Why would your ex-husband that you divorced want to meet your current boyfriend or someone that you're kind of dating? That doesn't make any sense. And he tries to really lay it in like, we dated for 10 years. Do you take this dude seriously? She's like, yeah, but I know I have to take it one day at a time because I'm supposed to be doing me and being in this full-blown relationship. I said, Cynthia, why do you... I'm sorry, this is expecting too much. I don't want to be friends with my exes. Is that immature? Why would... Yeah, casual, hey, cordial's different. That's no problem. But be friends and have this type of conversation. No, we're for a reason. It's called X for a reason. We're good for a season or a couple of seasons. That's it. That's what? You don't feel the same way? I don't care. That's not my problem. Anyway, but Peter's just like, look, don't go rushing into anything. Don't go doing too much. It's all right. It's all right. What else did they talk about? Peter, of course, still loves her. She still loves him. At this point, it's in a different way because they know they're not going to be together. I said good because it'd be a problem if you two are holding on to something that we already agree it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. Because I think that at the heart of it all, Cynthia is still the same person. And when I say still the same person, I mean someone who's easily influenced. There are some people who in the moment are easily influenced, but it doesn't stop them from moving a certain way. But Cynthia isn't like that. Cynthia is the type that you say something and it's about someone that she likes and it devastates her and enough people keep saying it and she crumbles. That's the truth. You can't mix words. When it comes to relationships, that's just how it is. We see Kenya. I'm not sure why we saw Kenya because we know that she's not going. She's not going to Rome. She's not going to Spain. Portia's getting ready for her party. Like I said, she's doing this vegan-esque party and she's inviting everyone. It's going to be fun. I think it was just like Candy and Kenya were the only ones that didn't show up. And maybe Nene as well. But everyone else, they come along. Surprisingly, well, she has a chef, so the food was good. It was funny how when they were talking about alcohol, in comes Kim. I said, interesting, shady production. I caught it. So now while everyone's there, Portia's drinking hookah, Kim's drinking. No, Portia's smoking hookah, Kim's drinking, and it's like, wow, this is a really, college keg, powder keg type of party. as Sheree put it. And they start to talk about Cynthia and how Cynthia, her relationship and the dude possibly being opportunistic, and Cynthia, you know, the wool being over her eyes and everyone feeling super protective and everyone hearing different things. Sidebar, why does Portia's doorbell not work? In that big house, that's like the bare minimum. So once Cynthia comes into the room, everyone stops talking, and Cynthia instantly realizes, oh, so you guys were talking about me. Cool. Cool. And I appreciate the fact that Marlo brought it back up, because that's the thing I don't like. They're on TV. It's different if it's in real life and you don't want to hurt the person's feelings, but you just want to get what you need to get out in that moment. So yeah, you start saying some stuff about them to the group. I appreciate that Marlo said, so we were talking about you and it was about your relationship. And Cynthia was just like, look, she's going on this trip because she just wants to do her, kind of reclaim the whole reason why she renamed herself 50 Cent, because it's all about her. She's not trying to get tied down, bogged down. They just want to make sure she doesn't get hurt. My whole thing is, I'm just tired of her being so influenced by other people. So now they go inside to eat, and the conversation continues. Know him for who he is. Kim didn't like the fact that people were going in and trying to make it seem like he was this bad person, and that Cynthia just had this big wool over her eyes. Kim just, but it was weird, because Kim and I agreed on something about the whole, Cynthia should just, if she wants to be with him, be with him. If she sees some signs, run. Right now, she felt like she wasn't seeing signs, so she should have just done her. And I said, yeah, I do agree. Marlo, clearly that food wasn't agreeing with her, so she had a belch, and that helped change the subject, because that's not what they were trying to do. Now, everyone's invited to the trip, everyone's coming. The problem is, Kim wants to bring Croy. We know how this is. It's like Tamar bringing Vince. Kim wants to bring Croy. Kim talks about how she has this health issue, and she feels more comfortable with her husband there because he knows how to see the signs, help her out, has her back. I said, that's all well and good. It really is. The problem is, it's a girls' trip. And a girls' trip doesn't mean bringing your significant male others. It doesn't. The only way you can bring your significant other to a girls' trip is if your significant other is a woman. And obviously Kim didn't like that. Kim didn't appreciate that. Who called Croy her Uber driver? Kim wants to bring her Uber driver. And what is it, this whole thing now with Croy and Kim needs to just focus on, maybe he needs to go and stay in the States to get his butt shots or redone or implanted. And I'm like, what's going on here? That's what happens when you're a casualty of war. Croy is a casualty of war. The women aren't really feeling Kim and how she does things, and so to get at her, they say stuff about Croy. So we'll see how that all transpires. Nini's just talking about how Kim possibly coming in the whole Croy situation. Candy is going on the trip. Candy's going on the trip. So we see Sheree and Sheree and Portia, they take a car ride together because I think they actually live pretty close. Now, Nini and Cynthia, they're talking. Kim isn't coming. Kim isn't coming because Kim, she wanted to bring Croy, and it's a girls' trip, and people are making a huff and a puff and a fuss about it. Everyone else is pretty much coming except for Kim and Kenya. I said, oh no, this girls' trip, where's the drama? Where's the drama? But that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week.